Hi everybody, I'm Hamish McLachlan. We're here thanks to Superhero, the official shared trading and superannuation partner of the Hawthorn Football Club. Questions? Let's get started. Jack, are you the best number 14 ever to play for Hawthorn?
Grant Birchall goes all right, I think.
That was a question from Grant.
Yeah, he'd be pretty flat if I didn't say him, I would have thought, but I'll go with Birch.
Connor, best Irishman ever to play for Hawthorn?
Connor Glass, yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been many. Hopefully we get a few more in years to come. But in terms of Irishmen in the league, yeah, the great Jimmy Steins, he's still the pinnacle.
I couldn't put one consecutive game together. What is the largest run between you guys? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm like sitting at like 80 right now. Me and Blake Hardwick haven't missed a game under Sam Mitchell yet. So we've got like a little competition. Nuke missed one because he had a little corky and couldn't get up. So it's just me and Dimmer now.
I reckon I'd have you. I think I was 99. We got rested last game of the year. No. Yeah. It was 2014 maybe, or 2015, one of those years.
Why were you unfound for so long?
It's a good question. I was probably like Maury size, to be honest, when I was like 16, 17, was pretty small.
You guys want to talk about this offline?
Slipped through the cracks, I don't know, sort of hiding away. Worked out pretty well then.
Did you think you were going to end up playing significant football?
Nah, probably not. Definitely not when I was 18. It was like drafted happened and was like never in the picture and anything, not at power or anything like that. So it was like, well, it's pretty hard to get there from where I am right now. So at that point in time, it was, yeah, see what happens. But the dream is, I think, too far gone.
Will, your nickname and the best nickname in the team?
Mine's Daisy, so just from the last name, pretty boring, but a good one that's come up is we've got Puffy, which is Jack Gunston at the club. So not many people know he's a die-hard Harry Potter fan, and his favourite house is Hufflepuff. So yeah, Puffy. That's what he gets.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
It is.
Half our game plan is like Harry Potter characters.
Because he's been driving it, yeah.
Nickname Warps and best nickname at the club other than Huffy Puffy?
My nickname's just Warps.
Is there any sort of creativity at the Hawthorn Footy Club?
No, I like Wizard's nickname. It just suits him really well, I reckon.
Jai, you got something?
Got a few, yeah. My Wikipedia went nuts for a while there. I had Poowong Punisher, the Don of Poowong.
Mr. MCG.
Yeah, Mr. MCG.
Billboards.
Billboards. Yeah, there's a
Billboards
few.
because...
Loves it, Cash.
Yeah, very promotional. Social media is very promotional at the moment, so.
Show of hands, has anyone checked their superannuation balance in the last 12 months? Dylan doesn't know if he has superannuation. Different question for Dylan. Do you have superannuation?
I hope so, but I don't know.
Different question. Who would check their superannuation balance the most of all the players?
Well, because I'm the oldest, that one.
Well, you're actually not far from being able to get it out. Are you financially savvy, Joe?
No, I'm pretty switched on in that sense. I haven't had too many losses in anything that I've invested in so far, so we're going okay.
Last year, highlight of the year, Jack Scrimshaw, best number 14 ever to play off the halfback line from the Suns. That's a left footer.
I would have to say playing finals footy. It was a lot of our first time playing finals and how we started the season 0-5. I think that after that point we got a real decent run on and we were able to make a really solid charge towards finals, and we played out of our skin in a way, but yeah, keen to sort of build off that year and keep going this year.
Highlight, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm going to be boring and say the exact
Go
same.
specific.
I think,
One moment where you thought, I'm actually the greatest footballer that's ever played.
I actually remember at half-time in the Doggies elimination final, I was walking down the race with Scrim, and then we just looked at each other and was just like this is why we play. How good's finals footy? Like, this is what we dreamt of as a kid. We were both Hawks fans. It was like, we're playing on the MCG in elimination final, tight game. This is why we play. And then that moment, I'll never forget. It was amazing.
No, my favourite moment was probably the goal Jai kicked in the final against the Doggies, the snap. We have a nice photo of it as well. So, and that was a part of the game where I think we're pretty sure we're going to win it too. So it was just a great feeling.
At 0-5, you must have been thinking, this game's not so much fun. Final against the Dogs, you think there is no better job in the world.
Yeah, there was a bit of soul searching done after round 5 against Gold Coast, and yeah, sometimes footy's really low, but sometimes it's really high. But yeah, we try and stay as equal as we can. But yeah, it was pretty grim up in Gold Coast when you got belted by 80 points.
Jai, your superhero goal against the Dogs, describe it in detail, no more than 45 minutes or 1 million characters.
450 stoppage, wink with Miki, both on the same page.
So what does the wink involve?
Just a glance as to where we're going, and gave a nod, and that was it. That was enough, and yeah, just put it on his hip. Had a nice lane out the front. I don't think I've hit one that flush ever. So come off pretty nice, sailed through. Pretty happy. I knew early too. I went pretty quick. I reckon Morse was still watching it go through, and I was already celebrating. So yeah, it's good fun.
Have you seen that putt when Tiger Woods putts and he goes and shakes the guy's hand? The ball's still rolling for about 3 seconds. It was like that, wasn't it?
Almost. Yeah, not quite as big a level, but yeah, it was nice.
Punky, favourite moment as a Hawk ever?
Oh, geez, that's a tough one. Personally, or as a team, or
I think we focus on individuals.
individuals?
A superhero feel about it. It's like, or greatest superhero moment of a player you've played with.
I'll go individual first. So 13 grand final, similar to Jai, a bit of a, well, David Hale thinks he tapped it. Sandilands actually, he got about halfway up his arm. Sandilands tapped it, similar to Jai, straight down off a forward 50 stoppage and then snapped the goal. And it was like an out of body experience, the adrenaline and the rush that I had after kicking that goal. That's probably one of my most special moments. Cyril's mark and snap, sort of like half forward flank against Fremantle. I think he ended up getting goal of the year or whatever. I kicked it, I didn't even kick it where I wanted to kick it, and then he just made it look amazing. So I'd say Cyril and that left foot snap against Fremantle.
Speaking of superheroes, Cyril, Buddy, etc. Favourite moment that you've seen from a Hawk, Connor? Can I just nominate while you're thinking? Buddy just against Essendon, the running goal. Buddy against Collingwood, left foot banana, right forward pocket city end against Collingwood. Buddy hurdling against Collingwood to the punt road end. Buddy just eating cereal.
I reckon, well, growing up in Ireland, like, there's not a huge coverage of AFL, but everyone knew Buddy Franklin from the AFL. And there a lot of people had Hawks jumpers, and then in recent years, like post 2012 and that, it was Sydney jumpers. So I think the one of him, hurdling when Strato gives him the handball against Collingwood, and then he hurdles and bangs it from centre square is one of the most special moments I've seen. So yeah, the last number of years and learning about AFL and just what's gone before you, it's Buddy Franklin would be number one, I'd say.
Will, Maury, your housemates, what is the one thing that the other does that really annoys you but you haven't actually brought up yet?
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, Will just bought a dog for the house, and
It's your house?
no, it's a rental.
Did they know there's a dog in there?
They knew the day after we got it in the house.
That's the rental agreement. Specifically state no canines.
No, but we've got away with it.
Okay.
And they live next door as well, so
You can
even
publish
better.
this story.
And recently, she's just been learning how to bark, and it's becoming pretty loud. So in the mornings, instead of waking up at 7, I'm now awake at 6 when Daisy and little Pip come down the stairs and start barking because she wants to get fed. So probably just the last couple of weeks now, I'm just having to wake up an hour earlier than usually.
Did you discuss, Will, the fact that we're buying a dog?
Yeah, there was lots of discussion, and the other boys have been pretty happy with getting her up on their socials, but then not too happy when she's barking. So he hears it at 6, but not at 3 when I'm up at the start. So yeah, it's been tough, but it's been good fun.
Okay, so he's genuinely disappointed in you as a human for buying a dog. Why are you disappointed with Dylan?
One thing about Maury is he'll obviously deny this because it's not great, but he's actually never done the dishes since we've been in the house.
I'm going to deny it.
So yeah, he'll deny it.
Does he just bully the young guys?
Yeah, well now we got 2 young boys in, Will and Bodie, and every night finishes dinner, dish it off to them, and then he's off to his room straight away. So
Like, we're obsessed with card games, to be fair. And every night we'll play card games and whoever loses does the dishes. And usually Will and I never lose. It's the young boys so they do the dishes.
Connor, you've just bought a new house. What was the first thing you purchased for it or will purchase post this meeting?
Well, the first thing was a real grown-up thing and got insurance. So house insurance straight up. But I need a new couch, new lounge, so if there's any sponsors out there, wouldn't
Go straight down the lens. This is where what would the billboard say if you was there?
Billboard.
You sort me out.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Get something sorted.
Free couch.
What was the last thing you paid for you didn't want to pay for?
Probably chili scrambled eggs the other way.
Probably a tradie belt back in the day.
That's a while ago.
Were you on the tools
Was, yeah, for a year and a half.
doing?
Carpentry,
Best work was with?
personnel, or
No, just like what were you really good at? Like just rounding off doors, skirting boards, sort of laying floorboards that were really straight.
frames are always just more enjoyable. Like,
Frames?
Yeah, sort of. Once you know what you're doing, it's sort of pretty easy to whack together and get on a bit of a roll.
Like the frame of a massive billboard, for example.
Yeah. Got my own, yeah.
Punky, you're a new dad. Biggest surprise about being a father, having a child, working it into a lifestyle that had otherwise been unbelievably selfish?
Yeah, probably sleeping.
Yeah.
She's good now, probably getting more sleep than Daisy and Maury at the moment, but early days I think it was the sleep that really got me. Just trying to work her into your routine and up multiple times a night was tough.
Are you seeing someone, Jack?
Unfortunately not, so again, if
Use the billboard's sort of energy. What would you say?
Any superheroes?
Jack is a superhero, ladies. He's single. His mobile number is 04.
just follow my Instagram.
Who of the group would you least like to be in charge of the playlist before a final that really needed some charging?
One who would take charge, but I don't think many of the boys get around his music is Sis. He's recently in his DJ era and he plays the hardest music ever and really hard to listen to, 0 lyrics at all and just really, up tempo. So
You don't even know the artists.
I couldn't tell you artists, couldn't tell you any words in the songs. Just think of like the dungeon nightclub scene where it's just real.
Is this a new addition to Sis's life, or is he just
It's probably
always
in
been
the
a
last-
dungeon guy?
He's always dabbled.
Has he?
Oh yeah.
Now he's jumped right in. Yeah.
Okay.
And he prides himself on it, so that'll really cut him to hear that.
Guy that's most likely to shout dinner at the club.
Probably Jarman Impey. He's probably the nicest guy I've ever come across.
I'd never met Jarman properly until his 200th. 200th? And he, massive man crush.
Yeah, we all do.
So kind.
He would be the one that would be like, nah boys, I've got it, just pay me back later, and then he'll never send you his bank account. Yeah. And you don't really complain, but he'd be the one.
Someone you needed to tell a joke, 15 seconds notice, that would be genuinely funny.
Brett Ratton.
Yeah, is he good or no good?
Horrible.
But that's what makes it good.
He just starts laughing, he's got this infectious laugh, and he's crying with tears, and he's just not funny, but you're laughing at him. He's a great fella.
You might have to cut that out. He'll be cutting it out.
What are the things you focus on for yourself to get the best return on game day? So it's like saying, okay, I'm going to put my superannuation in the best spot. I'll go to superhero now, I know things are going to be okay. You go into your space and you go, I'm going to do this to make sure.
I'll probably start with my prep stuff before I play, making sure that that's all in line. I like to be quite specific with what I do, so making sure I get that right, and then gives me confidence to be able to go out there and execute on game day.
If you turned up to the game doing none of what you normally do, how would you be anxiety-wise?
I'd be pretty anxious. And yeah, as I touched on before with confidence stuff, I'd probably be a little bit hesitant with a few little things. So I take it quite seriously, my pre-game stuff, and holds me in good stead on game day.
A question I haven't asked you, are you single at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to Superhero. We're a share trading and superannuation platform. Here are our trade experts, and this is our award-winning superannuation team. These guys rarely miss.
Download the Superhero app today.
A pre-game ritual or quirk on game days from a fellow teammate that is odd, interesting, worthy of discussion.
Maury and I used to try and hit the post, so right post, when we go out and have a few set shots.
From how far?
40, 45.
Could you go in if you didn't hit it?
Nope, I couldn't. I'd walk to like 2 metres away and just dribble it. And
You just had to do it.
Just had to do it, yeah.
Whoops, who do you rely on when you're in trouble, can't get the footy? Who was I talking to the other day? Paddy Dangerfield, I did an unfiltered. And Paddy said when he was out of touch, it was about 2 years after his Brownlow, for about a month, Joel Selwood, even if it was the wrong option, just kept feeding the football until he got back in touch again. And he said, like, I don't know whether I would have found form or not, but Joel just made sure I got into form. Who's the guy that you can rely on to help you out when you're in trouble?
What do you look at me for?
I'm not going to help you.
Billboard's searching for something.
Yeah, he wants me to say him, but I'm not going to. I always look to the ruckman first. I'm always in their area, and it's their job to tap it to one of us, and hopefully I get there before Nuke does. So yeah, Big Meeky or any of the other midfielders, we kind of have a good connection in there, and if one of us is a bit quiet, we let each other know and try and give each other the ball.
Who's got a bigger following, Lloyd Meek or Kim Kardashian? He's become a cult hero from nowhere.
Yeah, he deserves it, the big fella.
He's a great human, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's unbelievable.
What makes you proudest about being a Hawthorn Football Club player? Jack, before I ask this, are you single?
It's probably well known that I actually used to barrack for Hawthorn growing up, so there's a few of us actually, Nuke and Maury as well, that barracked for Hawthorn growing up. So,
Why were you a Hawk?
my dad loved Hawthorn. He played under 19s, I think. Here he didn't quite make it, and my uncle also played here as well. So, bit of family connection. But yeah, being able to now play for them, it's a cool feeling, and even more so that we're such a tight group, and you know, we're around the similar age, except for probably Punk, but we're a tight-knit group, and we love coming to work together, and yeah, hopefully can touch some silverware soon.
Favourite Hawk of all time, excluding present company and yourself?
I loved Sil, Rioli, Buddy Franklin. Mitch would be pretty flat if I didn't say him as well, so I'd go with Mitch, but yeah, pretty special players.
Same question, Will. Why are you most proud of being a Hawk?
Grandpa won a flag in '71, and coming in and seeing his name on top of the locker with the premierships is pretty cool, and it's something that I want to strive to, especially he's obviously getting on in age a bit now, but I'd love to, and for him to see us both up there. So that's something that makes me pretty proud, and something why I want to try and get better every day.
Luke?
I think the history of this club and what they've been able to achieve just makes me so proud to be able to pull on the jumper and continue that legacy, and try and write some of my own, and done a little bit of it, but I'd love to write a little bit more with these boys, and eventually get some silverware for them as well.
Deal?
Yeah, similar to Jack, it was my childhood dream to pull on the brown and gold, so to be able to do that every week is an absolute honour, and I think touching on with Luke as well, it was the history of the club a couple of weeks ago when we played Richmond and we had the 100-year anniversary, and we all got together in the race beforehand, and Sam did this amazing speech, and I was just looking around in awe of the people that were around. You had the Shane Crawfords, the Michael Tucks, and you have everyone now, and you're just like, this club breeds success and they demand success, and that's what we all want to be part of, and so proud that I feel like this group is going to be the next ones to do that, and hopefully in the next couple of years we can add to that.
Yeah, I think at the moment just the connection with the whole playing list. I think we're such a tight-knit group, and I think also the way we train and how determined and how hard we train and the standards we hold of each other, and I just love being a part of it.
Billboard?
I've got a family connection here, similar to Will. So it's my great uncle, I think. So back in 1925, when the club first started, was part of the squad then, and wasn't part of the inaugural team, but made his way into the side eventually. So Dad's whole side of the family has been Hawthorn their whole life. So the history is a big part of it, and yeah, very lucky to be able to we're a pretty significant number here now at the club too, which is pretty special.
Best advice you've ever received in your life that you live with? I'll give you one, just so you can sort of get some thought music. Comparison is a thief of joy. So I was always looking at other people, what they had. Then somebody said that to me about 8 years ago. It's like, that solves a lot of problems. Comparison is a thief of joy. Billboard.
In terms of like footy specific, when Lee gave me my jumper, never told me to never be satisfied with where you're at, and I think it's quite important as a footballer to always be sort of striving for more, to push yourself to try and be obviously the best player you can be. So when he said that, it sort of stuck with me from that moment, and yeah, something I try and live by week to week. I
said to him once, are you satisfied with your career? 12 grand finals, 4 wins as a player, 4 wins as a coach. I said, no. I left 4 out there. There were some years that, it's like, okay. He said I didn't win a Brownlow. I was player of the century, he said, but Warp's best advice ever?
Sam always says win by more. That's always a good way to live your life, I think, especially in a professional environment. And yeah, Jack Gunston always says, just kick it to me and I'll do the rest. So I try and listen to that one as well.
Deal?
Oh, I live by the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yep.
And that people say, you get lucky, but I put it more of a spin that, I worked so hard that hopefully I did get a little bit lucky, but it was the hard work that gave me the opportunity.
Somebody said to me once, everyone gets lucky, not everyone uses their luck. Which is sort of probably right. I said, you say, I've been lucky. It's like, yeah, but a lot of lucky doors open, but not everyone walks through them and makes the most of their opportunities. There's another one that I remember, I think it was Novak Djokovic said, somebody said to me, you're so lucky that, mentally you do it all so easily. Physically, you built differently. It's like, is that what you think? It's, you don't fall on top of the mountain, you've got to climb there. So like, yeah. It's not my show. Luke?
Similar to Dylan, mine would be hard work. So hard work beats talent if talent doesn't want to work hard. So similar to Dylan, that clearly everyone sitting here has got talent, but being able to have a long, sustained career, you obviously got to work fairly hard, and I like that mountain quote as well. That's pretty good.
One that I've sort of come to hang on a bit more is like, you don't deserve anything. And I think with a few of my early injuries, I was always questioning like, why me? Like, I deserve to be healthy. And now, as I've had a few more injuries and it's been pretty tough, I've just sort of stuck with that, and I just keep working as hard as I can, and hopefully the chips will fall my way eventually. But yeah, not feeling sorry for myself and thinking that I deserve anything more than I've got.
It's a pretty common theme amongst us all here around hard work, but yeah, just coach when I was younger was around get busy, getting better. And it's something that I've always stuck by, and it's something that I really had to drive home when I landed here in Oz first. Was it's just about staying on longer and putting in more effort. If the Aussie lads are heading home at 3, I'm heading home at 4. It's 4, it's 5 for me. So it's just about putting in extra work and trying to catch up to speed. So
yeah, for me, I think that it's comes a lot to sort of gratitude and never sort of taking anything for granted. I think that I try to really live in the present and not look too far ahead, and always focus on step by step, constantly trying to get better. But the biggest one is just gratitude, and there's a lot of people out there that would love to be in our positions, and you know, how we can sort of, live in the moment and make sure we make the most out of it. I think that's a big thing that I try to live by.
Somebody said to me a couple of years ago, don't borrow problems from the future. It's like, we all get so worried about what might happen, but most of it never actually happens. So you spend so much time worrying about things that don't come to fruition. So it's a sort of serious question, which isn't really the theme of the day. How did you go from almost being delisted to being one of the best players in the competition?
I think it was more around mindset. I came in and throughout my juniors, I was like really good as a 12, 13, 14-year-old. And then I stayed really small and didn't get picked, and I held a lot of grudges on people like, oh, why didn't you pick me? I deserve that spot over him. And when I came into the system, all I heard is you need to work better at this, you need to get bigger, you need to get stronger, you need to work on your left foot. And when I got drafted, I came in and was just trying to focus on all my weaknesses and completely forgot about my strengths as a player. And it wasn't until I almost got delisted and Craig McRae became our forward line coach. And first thing he said to me, like, oh, what are you good at? What are your strengths? I don't know you as a player. And I said, oh, probably my smarts and my work rate. And he said, all right, let's just focus on that. And that's all we need to focus on. Like, I don't care if you're not a great tackler or overhead mark or your left foot's no good. Like, let's just focus on your strengths. And that kind of switched my mindset into, oh, someone wants to know what I'm good at. So I just worked on that and got elite at being a good runner and being able to work from contest to contest. And I think that just gave me a lot of confidence in games to, oh, now I'm actually all right, I can compete at the level. And then instead of going, oh, this person doesn't rate me here, here or here, and worrying about what other people are thinking, it was more like control what I can control, and that's my work rate and my smarts, and just keep diving into that. So I think, a lot of confidence grew from that, and I feel like all of us would say that confidence is a big thing in football and in any sport in life. Is the more confident you are, the more free you feel, and you get into that flow state, and that's what I was able to produce over a few years so far.
So it seems fitting that Fly was the one that had the conversation with you, because he was told all his life that you're too small and you'll never make it.
Yeah, I was able to relate to him, I think, and he told me about his journey at Brisbane and the player he was, and the exact same. He was like, no, I started just going, no, what am I good at? And I was able to really relate to him as a player and a bit as a person, and that gave me a lot of self-belief that, I am good enough.
Question for all of you, one player, any era, that you would love to become best friends with?
Dustin Martin, I reckon. Dusty, I reckon.
Dusty?
Seems pretty cool. I don't have too much other than that. I think that he's just a cool guy, and he'd look after you.
Did you tell him that when you played against him? I want to become best friends.
I probably was acting too cool for him. But
I reckon Dipper would be a bit of fun. He would have been good fun. I think on some way up, like running out onto the field with someone way up behind your back or next to you, you just know he's got your back regardless. Tough as nails from vision I've seen, so I reckon he'd be a good one.
Yeah, mine, I just miss playing with Hodgie, and I reckon the way he played is how I model my game as well. Just head over the footy and cracking in as hard as you can, and you would have loved, these boys would know, but you would have loved playing alongside him, and you know he's got your back all the time.
I actually would have loved to have got to know Stevie J a little bit better. I think, I don't know, just off field he would have been hilarious to be around, good fun, have a beer with. But I think he probably could have taught me a few more things on field as well.
Have you heard that story when Stevie J's playing against the Gold Coast Suns and he's saying to Campbell Brown, cash or credit? Have you heard this?
No, I haven't.
So he's kicked a heap, and then he just keeps saying to Campbell Brown, cash or credit, and Campbell can't work it out. And after about an hour, I must have started early because he was really playing on his mind. He said to Gary Jr., he goes, what's Stevie J keep asking me, cash or credit? Cash or credit? And Gaz runs off laughing. He comes and goes, what is it about? He goes, he wants to know how you're paying for the front row tickets to the Stevie J show.
Even some of his stuff on radio where he must know his stats, games and everything, because I had 30 and kicked 2 that day or whatever. Like, he just knows it just straight off the bat.
Well, the other day he was saying he had 27 score involvements in one game, 10 goals, assists, 7 goals.
Who is your real life superhero? Doesn't need to be football related, sport related, Hawthorn related, but who's someone in your life that you say, he or she has been my North Star?
Similar in that my parents, growing up, and but probably more recently since coming to Oz, I've kind of got like my Aussie parents and the host family that I first met and moved in with, Jim and Kathy King, who have been phenomenal the last number of years for me, and I genuinely don't think I'd be here, 9 years later, without them, to take me into their home, and a real family home, and just, yeah, the comfortable environment to then be able to do what I want to do here in Australia. So I owe a lot to them since moving out to Oz.
Have you had them to dinner in your new house yet?
Nah, they'll be the first ones on.
That'll be a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, it will. Like it genuinely will be special. And particularly, yeah, some stuff that Kathy's gone through in recent years. I think she's a phenomenal woman, phenomenal lady she's salty earth who keeps trucking along. So yeah, they're probably my superheroes here in Oz.
I'll go a little bit differently. I'll go like a superhero for this footy club, Ian Dicker.
Yep.
So
one of the great humans.
Yeah, amazing human, and the interactions that I've had across my career with him have been pretty special, and what he did for us during the merger and president and all that sort of stuff. It's just amazing. And again, like just the life lessons that I've learnt from him and chatting to him, I feel like I've been pretty fortunate.
Well, I think it's gone pretty smoothly. On behalf of Superhero, the official superannuation and share trading partner of the Hawthorn Football Club, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.